Good evening, friends. Welcome back to my channel, Infinite Trade. My name is Robin, and let's do our Nifty and Bank Nifty analysis for tomorrow. And also, we'll check what happened in Nifty and Bank Nifty today. So, the market behaved in a way that we actually planned in our yesterday's video. And people who watched the video and who trade intraday, I'm sure you might have made some good profits. But at the end, the market did not close in a positive way, which I was expecting. But anyways, I usually prefer understanding or analyzing the concept for the first half of the day so that we can enter and make money when there is some good movement, because most of the big players trade during that time. Okay, so what happened at the end of the day today is Bank Nifty has made a bearish candle, okay, and almost gave more than a 500 plus points move from the high to the low. So very good movement today. In fact, both side. So being a Wednesday, this is something which is expected. And similarly, if we look at Nifty also did something similar, and it also formed a similar candle like Bank Nifty. But Bank Nifty, still looks a little weaker. So that's what the view is. And let's now quickly check, what can we plan for tomorrow. And before I begin that, if you remember, I had mentioned in my video that tomorrow, if we gap down, that is like today, if we open gap down, there is a high possibility that we may quickly recover. And that's what happened. We saw an immediate recovery. So if you would have entered here in the 15 minutes candlestick pattern, there was no red candle until it reached the closing price or the last swing that was created yesterday. And then we saw a formation of a double top, and slowly gradually Bank Nifty came down and closed at the lowest level. And that's what similarly also happened at Nifty. Okay, now let's begin our analysis for tomorrow. So the first thing that we usually check is participant wise open interest. So let's see what information do we get here. So let's begin from this column. So FIs have created some long positions in futures, and they have also created some short positions. So this is something which is a bit on a neutral side. Okay. Then if you look at Pro, they have closed their long position as well as they have closed their short positions. So even this looks neutral. They did not plan anything bigger in the future contracts. And if you look at the options, especially the call options, so FIs have about 1,27,000 long and 18,000 short. That means, sorry, it is not 1,27,000, it is 12,712. So the shorts are slightly more than the longs. And similarly, if we look at Pro's position, it is about 53,000 long positions and 88,500 short positions. So both have created some similar sort of positions. Now, if we look at the put options, FIs have created 8,800 long positions. However, they have created 23,400 short positions. And Pros have created 10,500 long positions and 15,800 short positions. So on the put side, what we can see is both FIs and Pros are slightly bullish. Okay. So when I say slightly bullish, what does that mean? So they have put options sold in higher quantities. So whenever you sell a put option, okay, what does that mean is the downside scope is limited. Okay, and when you buy a put, that means the downside scope is aggressive. So similarly, if you sell call options, that means the upside scope is limited. And when you buy call options, that means you are expecting a strong momentum upside. So this is what buying of the options and selling of the options mean. Okay. So just for the people who have recently joined my channel and are watching my videos, I have created a separate video on how to analyze this participant wise open interest. You can go and check that video so that you will quickly understand what I'm talking whenever I'm analyzing this particular page. Okay, so overall, if we look at the summary, FIs are little bullish because the call sell is less and the put sell is slightly more. So 14,600, this sort of quantity is not expected from FIs. Usually their quantities are higher, but this is a little less quantity. So we may expect them to create some more open interests tomorrow. But based on this data, what we can see is FIs are not at least expecting the market to go down. Second, if we look at pros, they have a lot of call sell and 5,300 put sell. So what does that mean? That FIIs are not expecting the market to go down significantly. At the same time, pros are not expecting the market to go up significantly. That means there is a high possibility that tomorrow's expiry we may trade in a range, something like this. So this is what the data says. Now let's quickly go and check the option chain. So if we check the option chain, so call writing was not that significant in the morning, and put writers entered, and there was a heavy put writing that was observed in the morning, and we saw a very good rally. But the end of the day, what happened is the call writings happened to be significant, and some put writers exited their positions. If we come here, 38,000 still seems to be a good support. But unlike the call options, we do not see that aggressive writing on the put side. Okay, so which means that resistances are stronger than the support. So I hope this is clear, and it is similar for Nifty as well. So Nifty, I'll quickly open and show you the, just a moment. Okay, so we'll check Opstra. This is Nifty, and 18,000 has become a very strong resistance. So which means that tomorrow closing above 18k is very difficult. Okay, and similarly, if you see, we had a lot of put writing on 17,900, but today call writers have taken over, and Nifty closed slightly below 17,900. And similarly, like Bank Nifty, Nifty also has stronger resistances than support. So overall, what we can expect tomorrow is market will be sideways, and since both of them have opposite view, like we have call shorts from pros and we have put shorts from FIIs, so that means we may see both side movement. Now let's quickly go and check the charts and discuss the levels for tomorrow. Okay, so this is Bank Nifty. Let me just activate all the lines. Okay, so this is how we traded today. And so what should be our plan for tomorrow? So tomorrow's plan is, first of all, if you see, this is a kind of a minor support in this area, which is close to 38 180, I would say. So if we open above this place, then what will happen is the put writing that was done by the FIIs, that would be in profit. And since we are above the round strike of 38,000, we may expect some more put writing at 38,000, and there is a possibility that Bank Nifty may subtend this level and it may stay above 38,000. So this is something which we need to watch for. So if we open above this level, we may see market moving sideways, like the positions that has been created by FIs and pros. If we open flat, then what is happening since last few days is, whenever we have a swing like this and next day we open flat, we tend to break this swing, then we continue to go down and market closes something like this. Then the next day is we see a flat opening, then we are further breaking it. So this is again possible even for tomorrow if we open flat. Okay, since I told you that FIs have created a little lighter positions for being bullish, they may eventually turn that into a bearish trade by selling more calls than puts. So that is totally possible. So if we open flat, we can expect a downfall. But since both of them have sold call and puts, I'm not expecting a very big target. The target that we can expect is, if we break this swing, the target that we can expect is around 37,720 to 37,800, and we may see a bounce from this level and we may try to trade on a sideways note. So what is more important here is, see, every round strike for Nifty as well as Bank Nifty or any other instrument for that fact is very important. So if 38,000 needs to be defended, the only thing how it is possible is if we open gap up. So if we gap up, put writers will enter at 38K and they'll write it so much that Bank Nifty sustains above. And similarly, if call writers have to take over, it should either open flat because it is a price action that it is opening flat and breaking the swing further, or if we open gap down, then call writers will attack 38,000. So this is how it happens. So in case if we gap down, we'll wait for this kind of a retracement like the one that happened today, and we'll again either sell calls or maybe we'll buy puts. But whenever pros and FIs have not bought options, I do not prefer buying options, but rather I prefer selling options. So this is the plan for Bank Nifty tomorrow, and I'm not giving anything for upside because upside there is very limited scope, and since it is an expiry day, I do not want people to lose their money. So upside, what we can do is we can trade upside once we start trading above 38,500, and then we can plan upside in the coming week. But for now, if we open gap up, we may see a market completely sideways like this. So I hope the plan is clear for Bank Nifty. Let's quickly check out Nifty. Okay, so if we look at Nifty, if you remember in my yesterday's video, I had told you that Nifty has a gap here, and this gap was finally filled in the last candle. Okay, so usually what happens is gap on the downside acts as a support. So if it would have come to this place earlier, we would have seen a slight bounce here, but the last candle closed near the gap. So now here there are two things that can happen. If we open flat, we can continue to go down, and this should be our target area, 17,805. So near 17,800, we'll book our profits in Nifty. And in case if this gap needs to act as a support, there is only one way, that Nifty has to gap up. And where should it gap up? It should gap up around 17,950, because when it gaps up around this place, 17,900 put writers would enter here and they would create a strong support for tomorrow, and then we'll see Nifty completely sideways like this. So as per the data, we are already expecting both Nifty and Bank Nifty to be sideways. So not expecting a significant move either upside or downside. But in case if we open flat somewhere in this place, and if we break this low, you can definitely enter either in PE or sell CE, and your immediate target would be 17,805. So this is my plan for Nifty and Bank Nifty tomorrow. I hope things are clear, and I hope that you all understand what analysis that I'm doing. And slow and steadily, I may come up with a lot of videos where you can understand how do I analyze these videos, and you too can analyze it on your own. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good expiry tomorrow. We'll meet in another video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.